Now, another guy that I do want to talk about who is super, super hot, and I made a graphic on him, and we were talking about him earlier. We said that we were going to get to him. We have to. It's BY. Brandon Cy Young, 2.73 ERA since May 1st, 1.18 whip, a opponent batting average of 215, 40 strikeouts. Now, I know that Freddie, this was kind of your segment. I just want to say that Brandon Young, he has always had a good enough makeup to be a solid starting pitcher, but I never expected him to produce at this level. When I looked at Brandon Young when he first made his debut in 2024, I was expecting to see a guy that would give you 3-4 innings of 2-3 run ball every single game. He wasn't going to give you 7, wasn't going to give you 6. I just saw a guy that is just an okay starter when you need to rest a starter or you need a bullpen game. BY is your guy. The more Brandon Young has pitched, the more he has grown on me, and it's because of that damn splitter. That splitter is fantastic. I don't know what it is with Orioles pitching labs and coaches, but they know how to teach how to throw a splitter. Dean Kramer added a splitter, became a much better swinging miss pitcher. Felix Bautista, his splitter has always been phenomenal. Ryan Helsley, he added a splitter. Yanier Cano, he added a splitter. And now Brandon Young has a
Kevin Gausman.
Kevin Gausman, hell, maybe he started the whole thing. But the Orioles, they love pitchers with splitters, and it's been working like a charm for BY. Now, the advanced metrics don't really point to him, or they don't point to this being sustainable. But if this can be the guy that just gets you to the trade deadline, and then you say, all right, BY, you're our 5th guy now. We're not going to send you back down because you've been great, but it's time for you to rest. You don't have to be the workhorse anymore. That is what I admire and love about what Brandon Young has been doing so far this season. And if the Orioles get to the playoffs, a majority of that reason is going to be it was because of Brandon Young. We're going to look back and say it was because of Brandon Young, because the Orioles are 11-1 when Brandon Young pitches. That's going to be why the Orioles get to the playoffs, because of BY. Now, Freddie, I know that Brandon Young was on your who's hot side of the table. So just dive in a little bit into what you've seen from BY so far this season.
Yeah, he's a guy you can count on. You said that the advanced stats don't love him, but the final score almost always does. And that's kind of as far as you have to look there. He's got 2 quality starts against the Mariners, 1 against the Blue Jays this month, ERA under 2.60 in June. And you saw that, I think it was last year, he with the immaculate inning against the Mets in July, and then he goes out and throws a perfect game into the 8th inning in Houston, which is a really tough place to pitch.
Yeah.
So you see these glimpses of Brandon Young with his really sharp off-speed pitches, his splitter you were talking about, his curveball's a real nice bender. And I think he wants to be the workhorse. I tweeted today, I said, I dare you to outpitch him. He may not win the stat line at the end of the season against your Paul Skeens and whatnot, but I dare you to outpitch him on a given night, because he's going to take the ball, he's going to get you back in the dugout with a chance to win, and that's all you can ask for.
And it's funny because you kind of said, like, he likes to be the workhorse. And it seems like the Orioles, they've always had a guy like that in their rotation, going back to Jordan Lyles in 2021 or 2022, yeah. And then Kyle Gibson. And then the year before that, I think it was kind of like Zach Eflin.
Yeah.
2025, Trevor Rogers, and now it's Brandon Young. Mm-hmm. And a lot of those guys, they didn't have sustained success, but they did enough.
It'd be cool if we could have more than one per year, but,
Yeah, right. It's one of those scenarios where the Orioles, they just always find a guy that will just give them 180 innings over a course of one season and be good enough to win you games. And that's what Brandon Young does. He's limiting the damage when he has runners on base. Now, the 2-out struggle is still a thing with the Orioles. They will never be able to escape it this season, but he likes being the workhorse, and we're okay with him being our workhorse. If he is at 60 pitches through 5 innings and then has given up 3 runs, keep him in the game. Let him go 7 innings and giving up 4 runs. I'm okay with that, because I think this offense can put up 5 and win you the game.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, if the Orioles make the playoffs, if they get to above 500, if they go and get that big pitcher like the Logan Webb, Joe Ryan, it's not going to happen. But if they go out and get that big pitcher, you'll look back and you'll say it's because Brandon Young got us to this position now to where we can be buyers and we don't have to be sellers.
Mhm.
That's awesome. And that's why I love baseball. How can you not be romantic about the Brandon Young resurgence?